Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4 without any DLC. My name is Sirius and these videos are targeted at close friends who like watching me play video games at my pace, the way I like to play them. So keep that in mind as you watch. This is the first time I'm playing the game. I have absolutely no knowledge about it. We are playing on the hardest difficulty. I don't know if there's any way for me to check that. No, I suppose we can't check. But we are definitely playing on the hardest difficulty. I really wonder if there's any way for me to check that. I suppose there really isn't. Alright, so looking at the game, there's probably going to be a couple things I won't know about. There's probably going to be things that I'm gonna have to figure out along the way. I am always going to make sure to calculate my next move as carefully as I can, based on what I know from other games and what seems like the characters in the game would want to do. So, let's see. So we are in a desolate world, meaning there's absolutely no fauna, but it might spawn eventually. I think I can see already that there's some resources here, and I think there was something like a resource overview, wasn't there? Felt like there was a resource overview. I don't remember where it was. Enter, no, we don't want that. Okay, I can't find it. Anyway, we have one Whispering Stone. We're getting some knowledge per turn. Most of that is probably coming from our city here. Utriel. We are stable. It takes 5 turns for us to get another population. Everything's in the plus. We could do some stuff in the city. So let's figure that out first. So our city can probably grow somewhere. So we're producing merchandise if we don't produce anything else. So is this button the same as that button? Okay, so we only have one slot, but it looks like we could maybe have more, or maybe this is the queue. Okay, so that's the queue. So we could build a battle ritual site, a shrine, storehouse. We can't do this until we have 3 population, a vendor, and a workshop. So what do these do? This produces knowledge and draft, speeds up research of new skills and tomes, and it costs production. So we have 21 production and 90 gold. We have 150 gold. This will give me gold income, and we can use gold to buy units and city structures. And then there's a workshop which will give us more production and more draft. I have no idea if these numbers are good, bad, or anything like that, but it looks like we lose about 3 food per population. So I would say we're okay for a while on the food, right? This speeds up the city growth, but everything takes 10 turns. It's kinda long. So I might want to go with the workshop first. Units take about 4 turns. I don't think we need another unit just yet. We started out with 2 scouts. 2 scouts I feel like should be enough for us. So I think we're gonna go with the workshop, just getting a bit more production. Gold would be nice as well, but we have a bit of a stockpile for now. And we're making 81 per turn, so I think some more production would be good. That said, there's some notes here, so we can annex this apparently. So when annexed, it gives me plus 10. Okay, so these give resources. Okay, this gives gold, and then this one is also gold. So I'd want to grab the one with production first, I think. There's a monster sitting on top of that. And there's a large pickup. A pickup is a one-time resource. Okay, so there's a collection of crystals here. So we can look at the armies in a moment. So I also don't know what this is. Maybe this is like a free city or something. Okay, so I can see there's some provinces. Okay, so there's this province. So we'd have to build the outpost here. Cannot establish an outpost adjacent to an already existing outpost or city. Okay, so how can we instead grow the city? Do we need to like go there or something? No provinces annexed. Okay, so how can I do that? I wonder. I'm going to I'm going to use the encyclopedia at some points because it exists to learn the game. So annex. Okay, so structures that a city builds in a province to add that province to its domain. Different improvements are available in a province depending on what province features and locations are within it. A city can support one improvement for each population it has after the first one. Okay, so we need another population, it seems. And then we would possibly be able to annex this. And since we only have one Whispering Stone, we might as well give that to the city right away. Can we take it back? I would hope that we can take it back. Okay, so you can eventually Town Hall 1. Okay, so we've built those, I think. These we can still build. Ballista Towers. Okay, so these we have built. We have a throne and we have a town hall. Alright. So I think this wouldn't be so bad because our stability is currently plus 10. I don't know how much stability we'd need in order to go to the next level. I don't know. But I think we're just gonna do this because then this should give more. It still says only plus 10, but I mean, we've just now put it in. Maybe we need to like look at the city again. No. Okay, maybe next turn it's gonna have a higher production. Okay, so we can also look at this from this. Okay, wait, there's the legend. Infestation. Okay, so this down here might be an infestation, so we might want to check that out. So, with our scout, we might want to check out the infestation and let's look at this army. So this army, these are level 2 with 70 health, 40 health, 40 health. This is, I think, a skirmisher unit. Right. So overall, this has a combat strength apparently of 225 At least I think this is the combat strength. Then if we check our army, we have 333. So that actually seems like a pretty tough opponent for us, especially if we were to take the scout out. We might want to get experience as fast as possible, but I don't actually know if we can win this, or if there's any way for us to make winning it easier for us. But I suppose we won't really find anything easier than this, assuming, you know, like we're playing on the hardest difficulty. So I'm wondering if, rather than scout, I should just go fight them. Because for now, I'm okay with not having scouted that much. I don't actually know if there's anything out there. I'm gonna do the workshop. So I don't know if there's anything out there that we can just pick up for free, right? Like this monster's sitting on top, right? And this army is pretty tough. So I'd probably want to combine my armies and then head over there. Right, so now our army is a little bit stronger. And then probably we'd want to fight this just to get the experience, right? It's a low risk battle apparently, so let's just go ahead and do this. Alright, so here's the battle overview. So if we do auto combat, I think we can check what it will do. And then we could decide if we want to do manual combat. Apparently it's a low risk battle, but I don't like these odds, so we're just going to go into manual combat right away. Even though the AI might even be better at this than me, right? It might be better than me. Okay, so they're coming in from there and they're in defense mode. So they have currently 4 defense. And they have 70 health. So let's see, we have our ranged unit here. And we might want to get our ranged unit. So we have action points, right? Units use action points to attack and use abilities. Unit gets 3 action points per turn and can use up 2 of them to move. Okay, so depending on where we move, right? This takes 1 action turn. This would take a second one, right? Actually no, this takes only 1. And then... So this is obscuring and slowing. And it increases our... Okay, it increases our chance. So I think we might want to start with anything that's AoE. So let's see, is this AoE? A target unit. Okay, so this is not AoE. Do you have any AoE? No. Do my archers have AoE? How far is the range of that? 4, apparently. What if I click this? Okay, so this is already enabled. Okay. So we'd want to choke them in here. We don't want them to advance, so we might want to face them. With a shield bash. Like right here. And we'd enter defense mode after we use the shield bash. So that seems like a good... first move here. So the range is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I wish it would kind of tell me the range of my attack. And I'm wondering what this highlight here is on the bottom. Is this the visibility, or is this the chance of me hitting them? Probably the chance of me hitting them, right? Okay, let's just start with what seems to be obvious. What attacks do these have? So they have ranged attacks as well. So everyone is ranged other than these units. So let's start with those. Okay. And we have a lot of physical defense, and I'd say these are all physical attackers. So that seems good. So the warrior is hopefully going to exercise a zone of control, meaning they can't just pass. Which that seems ideal here for me. And now we're gonna have to start just shooting at them. So if we go in here, it might obscure us a bit, and then we would be able to see, because this has a range of 4, we should be able to attack them. So let's move here. And then, okay, so we have a 65% chance of hitting here. That seems decent enough. I don't know if I have any spells that I can use in combat with my hero. So I don't have any combat spells, I suppose, or at least I don't have them unlocked. I don't have the resources for it. Oh, they're not ready yet. I don't know how they would be ready. I have the resources, but... oh well. Okay, so I think this is the obvious target. These are stunned anyway. They're still full health. The stun doesn't actually deal damage, but it's very useful. Cooldown of 2 turns. Alright, so that dealt some damage. And are these poison? Frenzy gains a stack of strengthened when landing a hit. Okay. Deals an additional 4 blight damage on a critical hit. Is there a combat log? Combat overview. Okay, no, this is the combat overview. Combat history. Ah, okay, so there's my combat history. So, Fury uses shoot bow. Roll to hit 67, needed 35. So we hit 7 damage. And we get strengthened. So plus 10 damage for 3 turns. Okay, great. Now I think we're gonna use these guys. These guys have a range of 1 or 4 if we change to the javelin. So the question just is, where are we going? So this would give us a high chance against the wargs. If we go here. So I think Yeah, this is a good place for us to go here. Just attack these wargs as well. I think these are all... Okay, so they have a ranged attack. These don't. Okay. I should be okay to just go here though. And then we're going to... attack here. 90% chance. And so there's a chance for Sundered. -1 defense. Ah, we should have attacked with these guys first. Okay, that's good. It's good to know for the future. Okay, so that would be very nice to know for the future. So these now are sundered, so they have -1 defense. It would have been good if we had done that before we attacked with the Fury unit. So this unit is called Sunderer, this unit is called Fury. Okay. So this has a range of 4, but we have a bit more movement, it seems. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't actually know if we'll be able to hit them. So from here we'll be able to hit them. From here we will also be able to hit them. And I think, yeah, we're gonna do this. Or maybe we're actually gonna go here. Because I don't think any of them can come and fight us, and I'd rather lose a bit of HP on our scout units than our army units, because the scouts, we're gonna use them for scouting mostly. They deal pretty decent damage though, all things considered, for a scout unit. So I think I'm gonna take this tile over here. So now we have shield wall, so this gives us some defense. Do they have -3 defense? No. Okay, there's the 3. I was like, why is this saying 0? Okay, so let's shoot our bow. I don't think there's any special effect. Nope, okay. No special effect, but they are sundered, so... That was 4 damage. These guys are tough, right? Like, it takes a while to actually deal damage to them, and apparently they deal a lot more damage to us than we deal to them. So, I mean, these are less healthy, but that's also kind of why I'm focusing on the wargs first. But yeah, only 4 damage. I suppose they are all in defense mode, right? I think at least. So if they choose to attack us, they wouldn't be in defense mode anymore. Well, let's just shoot. Dealing some damage. Now we can move with our hero. And I think we're gonna go here. Now I hope this actually deals some better damage, but yeah, 9 isn't all that great either, but could be poisoned, so let's just go for it. And they're poisoned, okay, so they're gonna take 4 blight damage each turn, okay. Okay, so I think that's everything we can do. So we're gonna end our turn. So these guys are stunned. Ouch. Okay, we've lost a scout. I don't think we could have done that without losing a unit. Right, like these units deal a lot of damage to our units, so I don't think that was possible in the first place to not sustain any casualties given the amount of damage. Is it still the right choice to go for this fight? Probably, because if you look at it, we're gonna get something out of this fight. We're gonna get some loot out of this fight. The question just is if the loot warrants losing the scout or 2 scout units or even 3 units. But we also want to level up our units, right? We could go in here with a larger army. That doesn't change the fact that we're going to lose units, because even if we come in here with a larger army, it doesn't change anything. So now that they're not in defense mode, let's see if we will deal more damage to them. Yeah, so we're actually looking to probably deal a bit more damage. 12. It also seems like the melee attacks are a lot stronger. And we probably want to defend so they can't reach us though. So that's the question now. Are we gonna try to use ranged attacks? So if we do this, can we still use defense mode? Okay, so it ends its turn and goes into defense mode. Okay. We're gonna do a melee strike here on the warg. I'd rather deal with the warg first, even though these guys have a pretty powerful attack here. 12 damage. 12. Yeah, so these guys arguably deal more damage. I should have probably looked at that, because if I look at the... Okay, so this was a critical though. So it dealt like the most amount of damage it could. So it will deal 20 damage in total, I think. Whereas the warg is only going to deal 12. So I probably should have started with the gremlins. I just didn't have a good line of attack on them, right? So the question now is, if I'm gonna take out the weakened warg, because we can reach it pretty well here with these two. Right, so this almost finishes it. And then it's gonna sustain 4 blight damage. So if it keeps only 4 HP, it would die. I just don't know if... How much damage are we looking to do? 33. And it has 37. That would be perfect. That would... Let's try. Okay. So the warg should die next turn to poison. Okay, so that's perfect for us. So now we're gonna do... This gives 0. Okay, so this gives 70. So we might want to move over here. Do you have a good chance of hitting them? Yeah, pretty good. So we might want to move over here. So we get a 70% chance of actually hitting those goblins. Yeah, let's go for that. Ah. Do they have like a special ability that's called displacement? That's interesting. So we can actually still use this unit. I don't think this is... Yeah, so there's no zone of control here, I think. So we can still use the warrior. To move up and potentially attack these guys. We should probably do that. Oh. Okay. Well, that was okay. That wasn't too bad. Right, and because I assume this is gonna take another, right? So you can see that in the top corner there. There's the one top right corner. It says we're gonna use one action to actually attack these guys. And then they're gonna be displaced, and we still... Okay, so we don't have an action still. That's interesting. I thought... See, this says it's gonna take one action, but... I suppose it also kind of, like, these eclipsed action points probably mean that it's gonna use up all the actions. Okay, I mean, that's okay. So this unit still exercises a zone of control, which is very annoying. Because it means we actually can't get closer. So we might actually just want to take it out. We're getting a chance to hit those goblins up here. It's not great, but there is at least a chance. So maybe... we should take that chance with Alatea. And what's this? Channeling Ritual. Allows you to cast an additional spell this turn. Can we cast a spell? Okay, so what's this? Target friendly unit gains Berserk, or target friendly unit heals hit points. Okay, so I think Berserk isn't going to help us much this turn. So I think we're just gonna move and try to see if we can land a hit. Not a high chance, but... we landed it, so that's great. Now, we don't really have a lot of movement here. So there's absolutely no way we can actually hit these goblins. So why don't we move up and switch into defense mode? Yes, I know I could kill the warg, but I want to see if it dies to the poison. We could go playback speed fast. Oh, okay. Alright. Did the warg get to attack first? Oh yeah, so they get poisoned at the start of my turn, not at the start of their turn. Okay, that's very interesting to keep in mind. See, that's why I wanted to test that. But, I mean, we could have seen that here already, but I wasn't aware of it. Anyway, we sustained some damage, so I think now would be a good point for me to actually spend my resources to use my spell. On my warriors. And now we're gonna have to deal with these goblins. I think these goblins should go first, even though these goblins have high ground. I have not seen any indicator that high ground actually gives you much of an advantage. Ideally, I'd want to sunder them first. Let's move a step. Wow, we have such a low chance of actually hitting them. 30. Why do we only have a 30% chance of hitting them? It's still only 30. If we move the warrior up, don't really get a flanking bonus. Or do we? And I don't see that we have any... So it's not... Ah, there. Okay, so we don't really get a flanking bonus. I don't know how flanking works yet. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Anyway, we probably just wanna... We want to get the guaranteed hit. Yeah, I think we're going to go for the guaranteed hit. And yeah, that's just displacing them more, which is very annoying. This is really annoying. Okay, so this unit can move and attack. These guys already did... no, they did not. Okay. They're just not gonna be in range at all. They get like a 5% chance here, so probably would want to take that. Getting a 30% chance there. Gee. These guys can go up here though, so we're gonna go up here. And we're gonna take that shot. We're not dealing a lot of damage, sadly. They're still poisoned, so we're still gonna take some damage. Yeah, so the displacement is really kind of annoying. The warriors, I think, will just go into defense mode. That's gonna protect everyone that's around them as well. And yes, we get a 30% chance when we stand here, but here we actually have higher defense. So I think this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go here. And we're gonna take this really awful chance here. Yeah, but at least we're more defensive out there. And we will just have to try with our archers. Or we just keep the archers over here so that we don't take damage on them. But we have like so many stacks. They're so strong. So let's bring them in. Take this chance. Maybe we're gonna teleport really far away. Yeah, see, that's really nice. They're probably gonna get a shot at us, and I hate to think, but it's obviously gonna be the archers. Actually, it isn't. Okay. Okay. Took some damage. I do like that you can see that the units are actually dying on the battlefield and all that. Okay, we have our shield bash back, so I think we're gonna use that on this gremlin over here. But we should first probably try to see if we can kill these guys. So if we bring the archers in, right, they have 5 stacks now. We just don't get a lot of chance of hitting them because they are obscured. So I think going here, or we just go there, because then we'd be in the zone of control of the warriors, because we're sending them here anyway. No matter what we're gonna do, we're gonna send them here. Right, we don't know yet if we're gonna defend, shield bash, whatever we're gonna do. So next up, we'd wanna... So this is 7 damage. They have 16 health left. These guys would deal 15 damage, so they'd almost kill them. Why does this say we get like a 0%? If we use a ranged attack, does it go to 0 when we... interesting. Alright, but they still would get to attack because they don't take poison damage at the start of their own turn. This actually bothers me. If I'm honest with you, this bothers me a lot. So this is gonna cost me 10 mana. I think we're gonna have to use it. Yeah, we're gonna have to use it to try and heal these guys. This says it's going to take 3 action points, but I don't seem to use action points for it. We should attack with these guys. So let's move them. Let's move them here. Keep them out of range. Although we might want to protect everyone because we'd still take damage. Right? So unless we're able to just kill them. We might actually be able to. Okay, so let's go into position with everyone, I suppose. Yeah, so the archers go here. And this is gonna do only 14 damage. We have plus 50% damage here. So 150% damage of our shot, that's 18. But they have a lot of defense, I suppose. These guys have less defense. So we deal 14 damage on these guys. 7, 10. Okay, so I think we can kill these units if we go into close range here. I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. This is so annoying. Honestly, this is harder to keep track of than I thought. But we should be able to take them out. Yeah, we should be able to take them out with these guys. Maybe we'll go here. No, let's go here. And then let's... Okay, so that actually didn't take them out. Interesting, okay. I love the sounds they're making. Very entertaining. I'm probably going to stun these guys now. I get like a 45% chance from here. I'm gonna have to take that and hope it's gonna be enough. Nope, we missed. We can still attack with our archers. But we won't be able to hit these guys. So I suppose we're just going to take this shot. Okay. And then we're gonna stun them. Okay. That barely did any damage to us. Apparently this should kill that unit. Alright, let's figure this out. If we attack with these guys and we do the sundered defense, they're gonna take more damage. But we only get a 30% chance. It doesn't go up no matter where we go. So these are gonna deal a lot of damage. We can definitely take these guys out this turn. So let's just attack with the melee first, because this is gonna displace them, right? Or we do archers first, because they're the furthest away from them. So yeah, let's do that first. Even though I'd like to go with the javelin first, because then they're sundered. And the archers might actually be able to take them out. Right, 10 damage. Huh? Yeah, it might be enough. We'll try. They're gonna be displaced though, so get ready for that annoyance. Right, now the archers can get like a 70% chance of hitting them from up here. It's good enough for me. It's not gonna kill them, sadly. That dealt decent damage, but apparently not enough. Right, let's get the 70% here. I wonder if there is anything about high ground or whatnot, because this seems less damage than we would have dealt from over there. Anyway, we're just gonna shoot them. And then... it looks like we're not actually gonna be able to kill them, but we should be able to kill this unit, hopefully. And then maybe we're just gonna zone of control everyone, because we're not gonna be able to kill them anyway, so we might as well try to defend everyone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm happy so far with this. I wonder if the AI would have been able to do this a lot better than I. I think we lost one unit. Is it called a unit? Well, we lost some health on our units. Obviously, we lost some of the Right, I don't know what to call it. Like, is this a unit? And then, but then what is this? I think this is a unit, and this is a character. I don't know. Oh wow, okay, so that still did a lot of damage. We can get like a 30%, that's about it. They're gonna be displaced, so that is also really annoying. Also, what is this? Okay. Do I want to use... I don't have mana to... Okay, so... Never mind. I don't have a mana for it. This unit has... I would like to see the movement that they have, right? Like, so this unit can move up to there. Do they have the same amount of movement? Though this one's a cavalry unit. Doesn't exactly say. So outside of and in combat. Okay, so it can, so it also affects movement in combat. So do we want to move the warriors first? Probably, and we're gonna move them here, so hopefully we're gonna teleport in this direction. Okay, so that worked exactly how I wanted it to. We get a 70% chance here. And then we could get the killing strike here. So, was this a good victory? I don't know. We could retry it, apparently. I don't think we can do this that much better, all things considered. We used our stun. I suppose we could have killed the gremlin unit first, or targeted down the gremlin unit instead of the warg. And obviously the crit was very bad for us at the beginning, but I think we're gonna accept it, right? No do-overs, we're just gonna accept it. So there is... So we gained 4 experience out of 12 for the next level. I don't know why this unit doesn't have this medal next to it. Okay, so this is already a level 2 unit, and apparently... Okay, so... I suppose this unit became a soldier. So they became tier 1? Right, yeah, so they were a recruit first. Why is this saying that the current rank is recruit? Because it's tier 2. Ah, okay, so this is a tier 2 unit, but it needed more XP to level, or it needs more XP to level up because it's a tier 2 unit, right? This unit leveled up because it was, okay, so tier 1 units are faster to level up. Makes sense. Did we gain any experience? We did gain experience, right? So there's that. Okay, we've lost a lot of health though. I don't know how the health regeneration works out of the combat. Do we get anything else? Okay, we've got gold for that. No mana, nothing else. And I suppose we never actually went to set our research yet, so I think we're gonna go with poison arrows. More blight damage, less physical damage. But this is, we'd use like the spell, okay. So the spell is gonna cost us, we have 60 out of 60. Okay. So apparently these are gonna cost me 90 to cast. I don't exactly have 90 world map casting points. I need more, but anyway, let's set this research. We still have a little bit of movement, and okay, so I can see a yellow bar, so that is probably okay. Let's do a little bit of exploration with this guy now. Although maybe we should keep him around. I don't think we're gonna be attacked, and we're probably not going to bother with attacking anyone. Question is, are we gonna explore in this direction, where I can see a tower? Or are we going to explore in this direction where there's this infestation that we probably can't deal with anyway? I think we're gonna head back. I think that's about all we can do. We are... I suppose we could train another warrior with the gold that we got from there. Because we're spending production, or we're using production for this. So, are we gonna do the Pathfinder that we lost? Sadly lost. I would like to have 2 scouts, so yeah, I'm gonna recruit a Pathfinder in 2 turns. Okay, so if we were to build a farm, this would be boosted. But we can't build a farm because we do not have 2 population. Okay. Let's end our turn. I don't think there's anything else to do. Yep, don't think there's anything left to do, so let's end our turn. And there goes the random terrain generation. So this is now sand, mountain, fertile plains, And we've got some forest over here. Okay. If we go into our city, will we heal faster is what I want to know. Anyway, we're gonna use the scout to just scout ahead. Let's move up here. And then let's move along this road. Wow, okay, so we're not actually exposing anything? Great. And then I wonder if... So if we go into friendly territory... Ah, yes, see, so that is definitely improving our recovery. So we definitely want to stick around here for a moment. But where do we want to go after? These guys are pretty tough. But my units did level up, right? So the Sundra did level up. So I got 10 more hit points. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to wait until we have a few more units before we deal with those guys. Maybe we're gonna try and make our way up this way a little bit. Or maybe down here. Okay, so let's move over here. Oh, wait, I completely botched that. I wanted to stay within my territory. Okay, well. Is what it is. I think there's anything else we can do. We're just waiting for a Pathfinder. Okay. So we just end our turn. Is there key bindings? Primary, exit, secondary, next tab, previous tab, end turn, control, and space. Skip event. Yeah, let's do skip event. Okay. Apply. Right. End our turn. So there's more terrain. More forest. More fertile grasslands, I think. Yeah. So we could build a conduit or a research post. And here we could build a mine or a quarry. I wonder if a mine or quarry, like we'd have to see what the difference is between a mine and a quarry. Anyway, want to explore a little bit more, but we also want to heal our units, so I'm just gonna keep walking through here. There's a small monster den. Which I suppose that's the infestation and they're inactive currently. Alright, bronze infestation spawner. A throng of vile monsters has claimed this region. If left unchecked, they will grow in strength, expand with territory, and send out invasion armies. The infestation will become active in 3 to 6 turns. Okay. What if we... Okay, so we attack, but we don't know what's there, so... Ah. So we could travel into the underworld here. We should probably check it out at least. Okay, so what do we have here? We've got an iron deposit and a mana node. Okay. So down here, I'm wondering, you know, we're almost full health, right? So maybe we just keep walking because I don't think we're gonna engage in any battles. So we might as well just keep walking to see what's out there. Okay, so yeah, I think because this unit is gonna heal a little bit slower, but we're almost there. And so going back so that we're full health next turn, I think that doesn't matter. So let's just keep going. See what we can find down here if we just keep following this road. Is this a small pickup? Yep, okay, so there's a little bit of mana crystals here. We just don't have the movement, I think. Yep, we're out of movement. Okay. Okay. One turn until we get our scout unit. Let's end our turn. Okay, we get more forest. Should we check out the underworld? There's a scorched forge down here. Okay. We could also explore it. So the difficulty is 2 skulls out of 3. And we get a mystery bonus. Okay. There's a chest back there. Okay, so an item which my hero can use. I'm kind of skeptical. Is it trapped? Oh! So we could disenchant it. I don't know what that would do. But we could use phase. Caster moves to a target hex, leaves 1 action point. Okay. Honestly, probably not bad for us, so we're gonna... Wait, did we take it? Oh, gee, okay, so... So we can't use a cavalry mount because of our staff. So maybe we will disenchant it then, which gives us binding essence. Used to create custom items at the... Okay. Alright. We're gonna disenchant it. That's at least worth something. Alright, let's go to the underworld. Okay, it counts as a mine. So it's an ancient wonder. I wonder how we would annex that. We probably need to build like an outpost down here, I suppose. Alright. Are we going to go down in the underworld here too? Maybe with this scout. Let's move. No, let's move here. Okay, so there's 230. So we've got some spring ferries here, support units, defense mode, fake growth. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to mess with those right now. Where are we going? This monster then 0 to 3 turns. Oh gee, okay. Probably should try to deal with that. Do we need more units? Do we want to just do the population? Yeah, we probably want the population, right? And then, yeah, it gives us the option now to annex these provinces. So if we were to build the quarry, we would get 15 production, whereas the mine would give us more gold. But we can build 2 mines over here, so we would definitely want to build a quarry here. On the other hand, a research node here would give us some research. Huts don't really give much. Farms are a bit better. Okay, so what do I want first? I think production, right? Because we want to build more of these things. Especially the blacksmith, maybe. But we need 2 foresters. At least for the armory, right? So is this like a... The shrine would be good to build as well. Yeah, so I think we definitely want the production. Okay, so that's instant. Okay. I forgot to check, but I'm pretty sure that we took some turns of this. And we could also do Town Hall 2, which would then +1 province annex range. And it would allow us to build the tavern, wizard tower, and we can then train war shamans. So there's a couple things where we can boost things. Build 1 farm. Okay, so if we were to build a farm, down there, we would boost this. So boosting probably is something we would take into consideration. So we were to build a farm by just doing this and then doing that. Just getting this farm built. Because yes, of course, the mine is also pretty attractive here. But I want to boost the workshops, so... I'm gonna have to watch that back to see if the production is actually now lower because of that. I don't know if it applies after the fact. But I'll happily spend this for now. It costs 200 to start a new city. I don't even know any location where I would want to start a new city yet, so I'm okay with just spending it. Okay. Do we want to produce a unit? Probably. We have a bunch of gold. We have draft that we produce 20 per turn off, so I think we want another warrior because the stuns are really useful for us right now, so let's go for another warrior. Yeah. We could hurry recruitment. Okay, let's do that. Get one warrior right away. And get him into our army here. Again, when we can build an outpost, structure claiming a province for its own and forming the foundation for a new city. Okay, so maybe we should head down into the underworld over here to get that wonder, because that seems like something that we would want to do. Oh yeah, two defending units seems like a good... What is the 9 up there? 9... Oh, that's the movement. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna end our turn. So, we get more stuff. More terrain. Let's head down here. And I think I can only build an outpost with the hero. Let's go up and check that. So the hero here. Oh wait, if here, right. Can I just select any? Right, requires hero unit. Exactly. So that's what I thought. Let's go down here. Oh, so the Pathfinder can also build an outpost, but it's more expensive. Okay. Interesting. We might consider that. And there's the Whispering Graves. Okay, so both of these have a wonder. So what about this? So this is also difficult. I wonder if when you annex it, do you still get to explore it? Anyway, let's explore down here. I feel like this is not something we can just do right at the beginning of the game. Alright, so dead end. This is also a dead end. There seems to be a cache over there of something. Oh, but there's a unit on top of that. 375, okay. No free stuffs for me. Alright. Let's just head up. And then down here. Right, I think we need to explore this first before we can annex it. Because there's no option. Whereas here we can build an outpost. Right, so we need to explore it first, which I don't think we're strong enough for that. Okay, so this is actually a complete dead end. Alright. It's good to know. So that's a complete dead end. This is 0 to 3 turns. Okay. We've got a relatively weak army here. 180 strength. So we might want to take these guys out for some experience, because 180 is currently the weakest we've ever came across. Do we really want another warrior? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe we don't. I wonder if you can attack with 2 armies, or if you can only attack with 1 army. Probably only with 1, so... I wonder if production will carry over, right? So if we are going to switch this now to a Sundera. Well, maybe the warriors are the better way to go for me. Just keep stacking shield bashes, 1 per turn. Oh, okay, and we can grow our empire. Does this cost anything? So there's different trees. Okay, so we're getting 1 per turn here, 1 per turn there, 6 per turn here in general. And 4 in nature, so we could get newly founded cities gain 1 population. Okay, so this is basically, we'd make this empire a lot stronger. Okay, not something we'd want to do right now. We're almost full strength, and we can actually reach here. This is a very safe battle, apparently, so maybe, just maybe, we will go for it, because I want to always use my turns productively, right? Because every turn that we don't gain something is bad. So if I'm just walking around with this unit, it doesn't provide me any benefits. So either I'd want to claim a province. Are these actually both from the same province? No. See, they're not, sadly. I suppose there's only ever 1 node per province. Up here we've got production and some mana, so starting a new city there seems like a interesting choice. But yeah, we definitely want to do something each turn, and this seems like something we could do right now. I'm just wondering if maybe we want to get this warrior involved so he can get the experience, right? So we just spend the money, but I don't know if the warrior will be able to make it in time, right? It's quite far, so we can reach here with our 40 movement. The warrior is going to have 40 movement, so he's probably not going to be able to make it. It would be better for the warrior to also get experience. If we instead get another scout unit, can we swap them over? Because the scout might be able to make that distance with 40. Oh, it's only gonna have 448. Okay. Now let's just go as is. Right, we're just gonna go as is. A tortured looking entwined protector. Okay. Tier 3 unit. And its minions gape at your army. Wordless but vacant beings shuffle toward you, their limbs and features wrapped in grasping vines. Leaves shuddering and bark creaks in silent supplication, but they make no otherwise hostile movement. Prune the shrubs, or discover how to carefully harvest their vines and allow them to leave afterwards. It's an interesting choice because we want experience on our units, right? And this was supposedly an easy battle, but we can also get a lot of food. No, we're gonna fight them. And I think this time we're gonna do auto combat and see how it does. Alright, we didn't lose any unit. Let's watch this replay. Let's see what it does, so maybe I can learn from that. Okay, so defending, shield wall. Okay, defending. Very curious. Because we're not really defending anything here yet. I mean, yeah, okay, they're now defending the Sunras. They missed. Defense shield wall, okay, but... Alright. I feel like I would have used the stun, honestly. Alright, and we used regeneration twice? I'm not too sure about this whole fight. I mean, it's not too bad, I suppose. It's just, if they never use the stun, I'm probably better off fighting myself, right? So we're healing and healing. I think I can do this better. Just based on the fact that I haven't seen a single stun yet. Why are we attacking ourselves, though? Is this one of these guys' abilities? No. That looked like we attacked ourselves. Okay, yeah, no, we're definitely going to try that on our own. I feel like, yeah, not using the stun is not acceptable. Okay, so these guys are currently defending, and they're defending these units, so if we were to attack, we'd want to attack these guys. Right, because these guys 9 defense, 8 defense, yeah, we're definitely not gonna bother with these guys. However, we could go in there and stun them if we have a range, but I don't think we have a range. But we can definitely stun this unit. Or we could. Also just attack. So we get like a 90% chance to hit from here. Magically charged. Standing adjacent to a magically charged obstacle will grant units lightning damage on all attacks. Can I see how much... Like, what would it take to destroy that? Oh, cannot target. Okay, so we need Demolisher. Okay. But yeah, we can go over here. And deal some nice damage to these guys. Making them a little bit more vulnerable. And these archers can go here. So we probably want to move here or there. How far can the archers go? They can only go here, and our hero can go one further though. So let's see. So we're gonna move these guys here. We're gonna move the hero here. And the archers here. And we're gonna start with our skirmishers, because then we lower their defense. Okay, so now they have -1 defense. Now we could go in there and attack them with... Actually, let me look at the log. So we've dealt lightning damage, supposedly. So let's attack here now. And let's attack here as well. And we can no longer reach over there, which that is... But we should be able to defend all of our units, because we can go here and go into defense mode. And then these guys can go over here into defense mode, and then all of our units are defended, right? These deal holy damage, I suppose, or something like that. Oh, nice. Let's actually speed that up a bit. Okay, so Do we have any status ailments anywhere? I don't think we do. Okay, so now we could use some stuns if we wanted to. This unit is honestly, yeah, we probably want to use up our stuns on this unit because it has the regeneration. Can only be used once per battle. Okay, that's at least good. So, how much damage would we actually deal? Okay, we cannot use... Okay, we cannot use range attacks in zone of control. Okay. So the question is, are we gonna use a stun now? These guys are not too tough. I'd like to know... if I stun them, would they still exercise the zone of control? We're gonna try that. Yeah, okay, so that worked. So we can do this. Try and take these guys out. These guys are lower health, but I feel like they don't hit as hard as these guys do, so... Maybe we want to stun these guys as well. It depends on how much damage we can deal here, so... We get a 90% chance here, so let's just go ahead. Well, let's try with these guys first. So we get 90% if we stand here. Yeah, so let's stand here. And that's not that much damage, so we might want to stun them from over here. Yeah, let's use our stun here as well.
Hey.
And yeah, we're gonna use the ranged attack. These units are both stunned, so only the entwined thralls will attack us. And I suppose we could heal. We have some mana to spend, so let's use that. Here. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that turn. So these guys are moving away and they're attacking and they missed again. See, these guys don't have a high chance of hitting me, so now we can clean up over here. I think we're gonna attack with these guys because they are the furthest from the front line and likely have the best chance of actually killing these guys. So there we go. 2 turns until we can use our stun again. If we move, will we get attacked? It doesn't actually warn us, but apparently the zone of control, I think, is only here in the front. So if we attack from here, we get flanked. Okay. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, so do we want to deal with these guys? I think, yeah, we're gonna leave this guy for the very last. And we're gonna use these guys to kind of protect ourselves. So let's go here and... I mean, they deal physical damage, right? So maybe we can stack these auras. I don't know if that actually works. I don't know if we can stack the auras. But yeah, I think we should try to get this kill over here. Get this unit out of the way. So now we can move here. But we will move through zone of control if we do that. Wait, that's the wrong unit. We want our hero, so 50%, 50. We only get 50%. But get 90 on this guy. This guy can heal 20 hit points at once, so that's really annoying. So we're just gonna move up here and hope we get the 50% hit here. And that's them taken care of. And we should still be able to move, and these guys can defend. Oh wait, we can't move. Okay, never mind. It was these guys that can move. So these guys could defend or they could attack. I suppose they're gonna defend, and then these guys are gonna attack. Right, that unit is pretty strong. Okay, so we could also just give Berserk to our archers for 3 turns. I mean, they already have Strengthened, so maybe we just give Strengthened to the skirmishers instead. Or we just heal them because, well, I want to be able to do more things per turn. So, yeah, I think... that seems pretty good. So, it's one more turn until we get that back. So let's get ourselves into a good position. We want to get the lightning back, so let's stand over here. Apparently this unit has lightning resistance, does it? Yeah, 4. And it's not very resistant to fire. Makes sense. It's a tree thing. We don't have any fire spells, so... right, so... can we move the Sunderers? No, we can't exactly move them. Unless maybe we attack from behind. And I'll... maybe... see, I'm gonna try to attack from behind me. No, I want to try to move the Sunderers first, so... let's see if I can attack from behind with these warriors. Get them to turn around. No, okay, they're not gonna turn around. So the Sunderers, if I move them, they're gonna get attacked. So... they're probably gonna get attacked next turn as well, so maybe we're just gonna go into defense mode. But we also want to deal damage, so... yeah, we want to deal as much damage as we can right now. And then let's do that. And see if we can get the poison resisted. Okay. I mean, it's another poisonous unit, so... let's let's use our mana to heal our Sundra again. Alright, we should be able to stun them for one turn. Did they resist the stun? Yes, they did. Great. Okay, let's try that again then. Okay, this time they didn't resist it. Great. So we can now move our units a bit. Or maybe we just don't, because we do a lot of damage here, so maybe we didn't actually need the stun, to be honest. Let's see if we can get the kill. Nice. I think we did a lot better than the AI did, because it doesn't use the stun and it doesn't exactly prioritize. So yeah, I have to keep that in mind. So we've got some units that actually leveled up here. So this unit is now a soldier. I mean, I thought it was already a soldier. So this is the new warrior. Okay, so the new warrior leveled up. This is the old warrior. This unit did level up now. Which just gives more health. Honestly, more health is not bad, so I kind of feel like it's a little bit icky that we're gonna have to get up to level champion before we get plus range. And then legend to get damage. Everything else before that is just survivability. Alright, so we get renown and mana. And my ruler leveled up. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, that's interesting. More things to spend. Signature skills. We don't have anything here, so we could target friendly unit gains plus 10 temporary hit points and strengthened. This ability cooldown refreshes when unit summoned by the caster dies. This unit kills an enemy. Okay. So we've got Wizard King. Whenever you cast a spell, this unit gains strengthened and regeneration. Okay. Or allows you to cast an additional spell. Heal for 10 temporary hit points. Enter defense mode. This effect does not stack. So this just makes my channeling ritual better. Okay, what do we have here? Link to target enemy unit. Each turn the target suffers 1 misfortune, suffers 1 Sunder resistance, suffers 1 Sunder defense. Not bad. Link with friendly unit. Any damage dealt to the caster is dealt to the target as well. The caster gains plus 20% damage and ignore 2 status resistance. Target gains lifesteal. Okay. Attacks and debuffs always hit and ignore status. I should probably look at these skills to see which ones I like. Curse or Siphon. Okay. Light damage. So this is a AoE attack, that's great. Summon a tier 3 corrupt soul next to a target enemy with low morale or worse. Okay. And target enemy with low morale or worse, base 120% chance of becoming dominated. Ah, okay, I like this. So we're probably gonna go this direction, because that's pretty cool. And then... yeah, I like Bend Broken Will, so we're gonna go with that. There we go. Also... okay, so we need to build the item forge first, because I was wondering about if we could potentially... okay, let's end our turn. So this is still inactive. We're still building our warrior. Not sure I actually want the warrior. Yeah, I kind of want to build a different unit. Workshop's almost done, and then we can do this. And to boost, have 5 population. That's gonna take 6 more turns for the next one. See, if we had taken the population growth from this fight, that would have been great. But at the same time, our units actually gained some experience, which was pretty good too. Alright, let's explore first before we do anything else. Okay, so there is just more enemies down here, and there is a resource node. Okay, so basically this is just you build an outpost here, and then you get the Whispering Graves, which counts as a research post. See, I wonder what happens if you annex the underground passage. Right, so if you annex where the passage is, so if you build an outpost on top of the passage, could you technically make whatever is underground part of that city? Like, can you annex down into the underground? Suppose doesn't tell me. Yeah, we probably have to build an outpost down below. If we want that node. We're pretty healthy. We've got a unit coming. We also have these guys that are nearby. Right, we could probably join up together, and then this is not the most difficult fight, I suppose. So apparently this would be a risky battle. Risky battle. Yeah, so all of that is pretty risky. I don't know how... so it's a bronze one, so it would be probably... we can just about not merge these armies together. So I'm kind of wondering if it would be a good idea to try and take on this monster then. Okay, there we go. 355. Okay. I did not see them. So probably because I'm standing next to them, I will see it. So 355, 361. If we get the skirmisher in there, it's gonna be a little bit better, but Jesus. Okay, well, let's hope they don't attack me next turn. That would suck. Yeah, let's finish the warrior. Oh, goodness. So the monster then now spawned this. G. Okay. Not great for us. 394 strength, so we should be able to do this, but it's a high-risk battle because these guys are gonna be able to reinforce. So maybe we wanna actually pull away so we won't have to fight them at the same time. And let's move you. So it seems like I would have had to fight both of them. So if you're standing close together, it seems that you'd be reinforcing each other. Should we keep exploring? Or should we get ready to fight them together? We might wanna reinforce ourselves a little bit here. Okay. Production is done. So we've done the workshop. Now we could build the storehouse to get the 5 production for this faster. If we build 1 forester, we're gonna boost this. But that's not gonna happen until we can actually annex this forest. There's no forest immediately around us, so that's a bit annoying. So we've boosted this. This is boosted as well. This, build 2 quarries. Yeah, we could probably build a quarry here. No, here, over there, but that's too far away, I think. We'd need this before we can... +1 annex range. I wish it would tell me what my annex range is right now. Do I want another population? We kind of want to get to this as soon as possible, so let's try and boost that. Storehouse. Let's just boost this and then... Oh, we can actually get the forester. Okay. What did we need this for again? Oh, for the storehouse. Okay. 10 turns. Build 2 quarries. Building another quarry here would give us gold and production. I think we're okay on the mana front. Decent on gold. I think mostly I just really want food, to be honest. Forester would give us 2 food, 3 production. That's not bad. Could also build a quarry here, interestingly enough. Or we build a forester down here. See, I think I'd rather go here because there's a mana node. Where's up there? I don't even know what's up there. And we have other options here, right? Down here it seems like there's just really the forester. As an option. And there's another forester right next to it. Could build a quarry here, so since we only have 2 choices here, I'm going for here. Get that forester. And then we're gonna build the storehouse in 3 turns instead of 4. Alright, I like that. I think that's what we're gonna do, because we seem to have a lot of production around us, but not so much food. See, our food is kind of like 25, whereas production is 48, so... Right, so let's do this. Yep, so that's going to take 3 turns. We could hurry this production, and I think we're gonna do that. You know, we have a resource, right? We have the gold. Let's not sit on it. So let's boost this. Then it's 7 turns until we grow. And then now... I don't really care too much about the knowledge right now. I don't see that really benefiting me. And my mana income is pretty okay considering my spells costing only 10 and 15 each. Right, so that seems okay. So instead, maybe we'd want to build the vendor. Seems like the best thing for me to build right now in 3 turns. Get some more gold. Be able to buy units with gold. 3 turns. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll end our turn, and we're gonna have to see what these guys do. Maybe it's also a good idea to not kill the monster den, and instead farm them for experience for our units. Okay, so we get more farmland up here. So we've got the warrior here now. So let's see. If we attack here, that is a risky battle. If they attack us, we can probably use all of our units together. So this stack, so I don't think we can, yeah, only 6 units allowed, so let's merge these guys instead. And now they are going to attack us next turn, but we could also try to see if we could attack them, right? Because we don't want to lose this turn just sitting around doing nothing. So we're now converting stuff to food. Considering that we want to grow as fast as possible, I think, yeah, this is okay. But we could also just grow, but we don't have the money anyway for this. So just growing faster seems, yeah. We're just gonna grow faster. I think that's okay. Save up a little bit of my Imperium. So if we were to attack, That's 365. So if we instead move here and then attack, that's still only 365. For... Wait, no. We get the whole army. Okay, so we're gonna attack them. Right, so we have our reinforcements here. We could potentially buy a unit, right? We could potentially get a unit in here. But I don't know if we can actually afford it, right? 60 gold and then to rush it. Nah, we won't be able to afford it, I think. So yeah, this is the battle we're gonna take. So they have this unit again. And these ranged units. Well, this is not going to be a very fun battle. We might auto-resolve this. And if I just lose HP, that's okay, because I can just pull back into my territory and heal, right? Because keeping ourselves healthy right now, I don't see that we really need that, because, like I said, it might be more beneficial for us to just farm this monster den, as it produces more units. I don't think we get all that much from clearing it. Let's try to find out. Destroying the infestation spawner will clear the infestation and grant the destroyer great rewards based on tier and size of the infestation. So we might actually want to do that. Actually, let's save the game, just because I don't like just, you know, reloading a save, though. But yeah, it's a low risk battle, apparently. If we were to get out of this pretty unscathed, it would allow us to attack here next turn. Especially if we actually do this. These guys are out of movement. Okay, so if we attack, so that still counts. Okay, that's good to know. So if we auto combat this. Oh wow, okay. We're gonna have to try that ourselves. We lost way too many units here. Okay, okay, so we can do Hex Pact on this unit. One misfortune. And sunder damage and all that. Okay. Okay, so I think 15, 17, 16, 15. Yeah, they're all kind of annoying to deal with. We probably want to build like a front line and hold our ground as best as we can against them. We have 3 warrior units. These guys we can bring into here, so let's bring them here and defend. which means we can then bring these guys in from behind. Which then gives them 3, but we can also increase that even more. So that's 5. Because we don't get to attack this turn anyway, right? At least I don't think I'd be able to... Oh, okay, actually no, I would be able to hit the wargs. Can I move? I can move these guys up here. Maybe not so bad. And I can move these guys here. Right, and I could start working on the wargs, I suppose, because I think I can only attack the wargs with my archers, yes. Yeah, so we'd want to move here and attack the wargs. They kind of have a lot of health right now. Maybe it would be better for us to defend, but since we're putting melee units in front, I think we should be fine. Right, so let's move these guys here now. We're not dealing a lot of damage, but we're already starting to chip away at them at least. And can we... Yes, we could also attack the wargs. The wargs have 70 health, whereas these has 50. So we probably want to actually focus on these guys instead. These guys could move here. Let's actually see. So we might want to move these guys first. Let's move here and go into defense mode. And then these guys could move here and attack still, so that's not too bad. And the hero could go here and also attack from there. And these guys could also go here, but I want to move. This is kind of bad that I left the spot open there. This spot here is not great that I left it open. The Sunderers are going to be under attack. That is not great. That's definitely an oversight. Yeah. I should have moved these guys here first. I wonder if I can just move them here and then threaten them to come deal with me over here. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Get in there and attack these guys. Hopefully get the poison, and we sure did. So now it's just a question of where are we moving the scout unit. We have this as an option, or that. I think we're gonna go here. And also get an attack on these guys. We could defend. Which obviously right now they're defending, right? So they have 3, these guys have 6, 6, 9. Should we attack or should we defend? They're probably gonna go for the Sunderers anyway, so let's just attack. We will take some casualties, I'm pretty sure. Oh, but thankfully they're missing. Oh, and great, I got them to actually go for my front line. I don't like this, and they're getting behind my front line. Okay. So this is not great, and the wargs definitely went into a super bad position for me. We also took a lot of damage, so we want to heal, and I think we're gonna heal the scout unit. The wargs are really not the biggest threat, I would say. And we're gonna try to see if we can stun this guy. Okay, we've got the stun, so that's great. Now, these guys actually have pretty low defense right now. And my Sunderers have a pretty high chance of attacking them. So maybe we should focus these guys down right now, because I think 10, 15... Yeah, I think... So who else could we possibly stun? And can we move up? See, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and stun the wargs and then move up. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to stun the wargs. Nice. And then we can't go up there, okay, but we can move this guy back and this guy forward. And bring this guy in. And I think we'll just defend here. And then attack back here. Only a very low chance to attack here. So maybe we'll just bring these guys around to attack the puppy as well. Start with the Sunderers. Take a step. These guys have a 90% chance to hit up there. If we go one step closer. But maybe we want to just focus everything on these puppies for now. So... They're almost down. Apparently I'm gonna get that kill, and I don't know if I want that, because the poison effect is gonna give me some damage over time, so maybe I should put that on this unit instead, and instead try to get this kill with this unit over here. I'm not sure if this one is strong enough to take that out. I wish there was like an overview. So we're gonna deal 6 damage here. They have 11 health. Okay. So maybe we need both of them actually. So let's get these guys here. Yeah, we're probably gonna need both. Maybe even that's not enough. Yeah, it's not enough. And I think everyone took their turn, other than my hero. It kind of sucks to use the ranged attack to not get poisoned, but I don't want to give them a turn, so we tried. Ah, we missed. God damn it. Okay. Okay, so we get the kill on the retaliation bow. That's pretty neat. Okay, so we have one more stun available to us, but it's on this unit, which is very far away from their guys over here. I think first and foremost we want to heal these guys. Right, so these guys tanked that really well, so that was pretty great. These guys have a stun, so they could potentially do something with that. We'd want to focus down the unit over here that's a little bit damaged. But we're in zone of control currently, but if we stun them, we can probably move up. We don't want to deal with this unit until the very end of the battle. So are we gonna go for the stun? Yes, we are. Right from here. Right, so they're stunned. So now technically we could move up here or there. This is a cooldown of 2 turns. This is a cooldown of 2 turns. Okay, we use them at the same time, okay. Now the question is, who can attack who from where? 90% if we move them here. We need to get people out of the way, so we kind of might want to move up actually. Like all the way to here. Or just here. Then we can use defend. Right, so we want to do that. Because then we can put 2 units in here. That should be okay. Right, so 90% from here, that's pretty good. I'm gonna put these guys in front. And I'm gonna put these guys back there. Although I don't really like that they're very close to that guy. Yeah, I don't like that. I have a... I don't like that, but at the same time, there's nothing I can really do about it. I just hope that they're not going to turn around and attack my archers. I mean, they seem to be very focused on the warriors for whatever reason. So, let's just risk this. I know this is a risk. Do have 4 defense in there though. And now let's start with the Sunderas. Because then we can probably get the kill. Nice. Okay, so we got 1 kill this turn. That was pretty good. If we manage to do this without any losses, then we are definitely mostly manually fighting, because the AI combat is not good enough. So if we have a lot of forces and we just want the experience, okay, right, okay. Alright, so we have our scouts here that we could potentially move around to get some damage up on this unit. So let's get the healthier one in front. Yeah, we're not dealing a lot of damage here with the scout unit, but that's okay. They're cheap, they're just scouts. Now, can I get a 90%? Yes, I can. We also have warding. It's pretty good. But I need the poison right now, so let's go. We didn't get the poison, okay, so these guys have not yet moved, and I think we're gonna just go into defense mode with them. And they did the one thing I didn't want them to do. But that was not too bad. That was not too bad, honestly. And they both missed. Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, that could have been much worse. Wasn't there something here a moment ago? Huh. I thought there was an obstacle like right here that I don't see anymore now. Okay, so we can heal, and we should definitely heal our archers. We don't want to lose that unit. And they're in a zone of control, which absolutely sucks. We don't have our stun until next turn. We can probably not kill this unit. You know, maybe we actually can if we go all in. But we'd have to move away. Yeah, so the flank is very problematic. Getting my archers out of there is going to be maybe painful. So maybe if I move into the zone of control and use defense mode, it'll be easier for me to get my archers out because they have more resistance now. Okay. I mean, they took damage, but I was able to get them out. And I'll be able to move these guys in. And defend. They can still attack. These guys should probably move. Even though they are gonna... Oh, they didn't get attacked? Okay, that's... Alright, so maybe the wargs don't have that ability. And we're gonna put these guys here. Oh, okay, so they're gonna get attacked. Okay, okay. And then, are we gonna shield wall this? Yes, we're gonna shield wall here. Okay, now, where to attack and with who to attack? We might want to get poison on this guy again, but we also want to deal with their ranged units. But we also have the stupid warg to deal with. And we deal a little bit more damage this turn. The Sunderers could attack here, but only 50% chance. We get a 90% chance over here. not that much damage. The wargs definitely take a lot more damage. So maybe we should focus on the warg. Yeah, maybe we should focus on the warg. These guys... So these guys can't attack. Not without moving at least, which that's gonna be possible, so... Yeah, these guys can, and they're flanking, so... And these guys can hit as well. Right, so let's focus on the warg. It's not the greatest target, but I don't want to actually go and... Okay, that was decent damage. So now with the archers, we can probably get the kill on the warg this turn though, so that's not too bad. Yep, we can get the kill, so that's pretty good. If we hit. Nice. Okay, and every enemy unit lost some morale. That's great. So this is going pretty good. It's going pretty good. Does this stack? No. The shield wall does not stack. Good to know. Okay, I think that's it. We end our turn. And sadly, we're losing a unit here, possibly. Oh, it's still alive. Okay, great. And these guys are gonna move somewhere. Okay, okay. Ah, we're losing the unit. Okay. Ah, no, they're alive. They're alive. Great. And we can stun this turn, so we can get a good stun here. So this unit can stun, this unit can stun, these guys have cooldown. Okay, so we can stun these guys, and I think we're gonna go right here and stun these guys. That's great, because now these guys can do that next turn, so if we get them into position here, that's good. But we can also move these guys away, then we can move these guys here, and then we can move those guys there. Right. So now we can stun next turn and the turn after, so we should be able to keep this guy stun locked. So time to focus on these guys instead. And are we gonna use defense or are we gonna attack? Maybe we should attack with these guys. Maybe. Or defend, because they're obviously going to attack them. Right, so maybe defending would be the better thing. Oh, actually, what am I saying? They're going to be stun locked for 3 more turns. Actually, aren't we going to be able to stun lock them indefinitely? Now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, let's use this on our archers. We can get a 90% on those from here. That's great, and these guys can get a 90% from here, so that's perfect. We're gonna sunder from here, I suppose. And then with the archers, yeah, deal a decent amount of damage. Some flank bonuses. Okay, great. And then I kind of want to get this guy to safety because I don't want to lose the unit. So let's get him to safety. And then these guys can get 90%. Maybe we're just gonna attack the Entwine Protector, actually. Yeah, let's just attack the Entwine Protector. Right, we get Moral, so crit chance up. Okay, great. With our hero, do we want to get poisoned on these guys? Yeah, because we're gonna keep this unit stun locked anyway, so let's get poison on this unit. Moving a little bit closer. Let's get some poison on this unit. Hopefully. Yes, okay, we poisoned. And then I think we're gonna just attack here. There's no retaliation because they're stunned. The warriors are honestly so good. The stun is powerful. Of course I now didn't defend. That's the one thing I didn't do. And these guys in the back are gonna get some free hits on me. So we're gonna see if that was a bad choice. No! Jesus Christ. We lost that unit. I wanted to protect that unit, but we lost them anyway. God damn it. Alright, anyway, we can defend here. Stun here. That didn't work, okay. So instead we're gonna stun here. Okay, so stunned. Now we probably want to deal with these guys. So we can get 90 from here. Seems good enough. And then we can just use our scout to finish that. Maybe we're gonna move over here and then finish that. And then our archers get 90% from here. It's probably gonna be good enough. Not quite for the kill, but we can probably get the kill now with our hero. Yeah. Just punch him. Okay. Okay, so that fight went better than the auto-resolve. We lost one unit, which it's a shame, right? But it was a scout, so arguably the best unit for us to lose. Right, so I don't think we can stun this turn. So we're just going to attack. So let's start with the Sunderas. I think they already had that. I kind of want to get the kill on my archers, so... There we go, nice. Okay, one unit lost. It's a shame, but at least I think it was the lower level one. Yeah. So this Pathfinder here was the higher level one. So at least that, you know, that's great. We've also leveled up some of our units to veteran, so that's another 10 hit points. That's great. And we've also leveled up our leader. Great. Close that. We've got renown and just renown. Okay, I don't know what we can do with renown. I don't think there's anything to do with renown. Alright, and we've also produced a warrior, which we have already moved over here. So 3 turns to get them back. You know, see, like I said, it might be a good idea to just farm them a little bit, right? Try at least to farm them a bit. So we are gonna step back, heal up. Are we gonna produce a unit? No. We're just gonna step back, heal. My ruler leveled up. Attacks and debuff abilities against the target of Hex Pact always hit and ignore free status. Okay, and that would give me Curse. That's pretty darn good, but we kind of want to move down there, so yeah. Let's do this. Okay, so the renown is what we need to level up our governor. Okay, great. It's gonna take us 5 turns to gain that. Are we gonna build a unit? Honestly, we might want to actually. And instead use the population thing here next turn. Or when this is done, right? When this is done, when the vendor is done. And I think I want another Pathfinder, because we're gonna want to explore. Alright, let's get our armies in here so we can heal. Yeah, okay. Other than that, this doesn't seem like a very strong guard here. We can probably take those on. These guys are supposed to be even weaker, okay. 300, 330. Right, so these guys are probably my next target. But for now... should we maybe move a little bit further? Nah, I think we're just gonna stay here. It kind of sucks to just idle around. I'd want to do something, but I can't reach over here. But see, that's the thing. We could potentially move toward that. And then we can take those guys out, move back. As long as we don't take a lot of casualties in this battle. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that seems like a good idea. Because we're still gonna stay in our territory here. So we're gonna heal almost to full next turn. That seems ideal. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Nothing else to do, I think. Okay. Apparently the vendor is done. Spells ready to cast. Okay, so poison arrows. Oh, okay. So I don't know. It said we need 90 to activate that, but it just... So is this active now? Is this active now? I actually don't know. Anyway, we're done with our... what was it? The vendor, right. Okay, so we're done with the vendor. So now we could hurry recruitment for 2 gold. Honestly, yeah, like 2 gold, that is so cheap. And we actually would be able to reinforce for this battle, so that's actually good. So what exactly does the market do? Because it says... Or the vendor. Use gold to buy units and city structures. Oh, okay, so this is just a description of what gold does, I suppose. Right, so we could build the granary or the market, anything like that, or we save up for this. We don't have the gold for it yet, so maybe we don't get the construct. Let's actually get the population now, because then we can build a mine or something. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Right, so we have that. Then this is boosted, so now it's only 210, so we can actually build this. So let's do that. Now, where would we want to expand? I think maybe we're gonna get reproduction over here with the quarry. Depends, what do we need to boost, or what do I want to boost? I think... starting rank to every tier 1 unit. That's not bad. Stonemason. Production. We'll want to build this next, so stonemason needs build 2 farms. Gee. We have decent production, I think, but still a lot of these things take quite a bit to build. Okay. Special province improvement. So where would we build this? Here? Yeah. So it gives plus food and 2 mana for every adjacent forest or swamp. There's some forest, but there's only 1, so I don't think that's really worth it. And it counts as a conduit. Yeah, no, I'm not too keen on that. Stonemason seems like the best one for me. We might need to think about stability soon, so a tavern doesn't sound bad either. So again, that's 2 farms. There's a lot of things that want me to build 2 farms, right? So almost everything wants 2 farms. But the blacksmith wants 2 quarries. We could build a farm here. That'll give me the boost and will grow a bit faster. So yeah, let's do that. That'll give me the boost to a lot of things. We can't boost the wizard tower, so there's that. But yeah, now a lot of things are boosted that I want to build. So and we're growing a bit faster. I feel like it's worth that. I'm kind of tempted to take this guy over here instead of joining this army down there. But at the same time, I kind of do want my units to gain experience. So yeah, we're probably gonna take the guy in here. Okay, so we're almost full health, so let's head down here. This guy can go here. Join up with this army. We might auto-resolve this. I kind of want to auto-resolve things a lot more. Because it would save me time, right? But if we lose too much health or losing a unit... Okay, that's a perfect result. I mean, we barely lost any health here, so yeah, we are going to just accept this. We get no renown? Okay. We still have some movement, so we can even move back into our territory. Get ready for these guys to recover so we can farm a bit. I'm not really exploring outward a lot, I know that, but see, the thing is, I know that the AI is a lot stronger than me, so perhaps it's better for us to be reclusive for a while, because the AI is likely a lot stronger than me. I don't want to piss anyone off and have to go to war before I'm actually ready for it. On a harder difficulty in strategy games, I usually prefer not to meet the AI until absolutely necessary. Which is why I wanted to have the option of my scouts being able to explore without being seen. Because then I can know where they are without them actually meeting me. At least that was my goal. I suppose these guys would have been a better target for me to attack next turn. I'm not sure if I have the movement to get there. No, it's 2 turns, I think. Yep, 1 and then 2. That kind of sucks, but we could also go for these guys. Maybe. This is also 2 turns. Yeah, this is 1 turn. We might be able to go for these guys, giving me lots of mana. Anyhow, I think this is what we have active right now. So we've got some terrain coming in. Okay. The monster den still hasn't spawned anything new. We're full health. So we could go and take these guys on. Which is a low-risk battle with our units here. Are we gonna train a unit, or are we just going to wait until this is done and instead just grow? See, I cannot tell you if my population right now is good or bad. We also have a hero that offers to join. So we have a development skill here. Okay, so what's this? Unlocks the ability for units to embark and use vessels to cross the water. Okay. Unlocks the ability for units to excavate earthen terrain in the underground. Alright. Or in nature, farms grant +5 food. Oh, okay. But it will probably also cost money or Imperium for us to recruit a hero. Actually, no, it's not gonna cost any Imperium. So we can get a Death Knight, or Warlord, or an Elementalist. And I think Death Knight is kind of what I want to go for. We don't have the money for it though, so there's that. Where is... There. Okay, I think we're gonna go with farms. Grant +5 food. That seems pretty good for me right now. Growth is good, right? So now this is ready, so we're casting that. Enchant. Okay, so now the unit maintenance has gone up, but they now have poison arrows. Great. Alright, so now this should make me a lot more powerful. But it doesn't really change much about what it thinks this battle is gonna be like. It didn't increase my power level at all, even though, you know, they are a lot more powerful now. Like, these units also now have poison arrows. Alright, let's auto battle this, see what happens. That is unacceptable. That is just unacceptable. But yeah, but the AI doesn't really use our stun ability, so... Alright, is there any bonus that we get from standing next to this? Nope. Okay. So we've got our warriors here, and what of their units is the most icky to deal with? Probably this one. Yeah, so this is the most dangerous one, and it has the most health too. So this is the one we'd wanna stun lock if we can. Should we just move up? Like so. Probably. Can we attack with these guys from anywhere? Yes, we can from this spot. I always like to move the units that seem the most disadvantageously positioned first. But then again, it's also interesting to see if anyone else could potentially attack. Nope. I could from here. We can also hex, so let's... Why can I not do this? Okay, I suppose we're out of range. Okay, so we need to move at least up here to cast Hex. We still have some movement. Okay, so my archers can really not attack at all. So we're just going to... probably just move them. I don't think this is impassable, but you take fire damage when moving over it, so probably wouldn't want to step on that as the enemy unit, so I feel like I can move my Sunderers here pretty safely. And we're also going to defend with our guys in front. And then these guys, yep, move them there. Maybe we'd move these guys here. But I mean, if we can't attack this turn, maybe we don't want to move up, because then we won't get attacked either. Right? Like, that's the logic. We might want to flank with these guys, but I kind of prefer to keep them behind my front line, so maybe we'll just move up like so. And then these guys are just going to go here, defend, and then the hero's just going to stand back. Actually, the hero's probably my best tank anyway, so maybe I should have her in the front. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Okay, they're taking a lot of damage. Okay, wow. Always gotta remember that flying units can get to my back line. Okay, so they're bleeding and they're poisoned. Wow, okay. This unit is really annoying for me to deal with in here. Let me check if they have any resistances. Nope. Okay, these guys. Okay, they're vulnerable to fire. Okay, it's a plant. Makes sense. So we'd want to heal our front line for sure. And then, what are we gonna deal with first? Maybe we're gonna take out the... yeah, that seems... These guys are gonna get flanking bonuses as well. The archers... oh, shoot, it crashed. God damn it.